welcome to our first podcast. I'm Brian Ward from Go Solutions, and I'm welcoming Ishmael Dawuji for a discussion today about planning and schedule optimization, among other things. So, Ish, welcome.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
And I'm going to call you Ish from now on because it's very difficult for me to say your whole name, Ishmael Dawuji. So I'm going to call you Ish.
That's been the story of my life, and that's what everyone
Yeah.
calls me. That's what I recommend. So feel free.
So, Ish, we've known each other for probably about 15 years,
Yeah, that's
give or
right.
take.
Going back to close to 2010, just
Yes,
around there, summer of
correct.
2010, I'd say.
Yeah. And we joined, I think, roughly around the same time, and we've known each other and worked with each other ever since.
That's right.
And Ish and I both come from a background of field service, planning and scheduling of field service, among other roles and duties in large companies in North America for field service. So, Ish, give us a little of your background, please.
Yeah. So I come from an IT background, from a strictly educational perspective, but I've worked now in the field service industry for, including consulting here, for close to 25 years. So I started my journey in the telco world, one of the largest telcos in Canada. And I was in field service there, right? Working with the technicians in the field, acting strictly as a dispatcher, right? I managed a rotating group of technicians over a period of time, slowly moved roles in that industry, or in that organization rather, moving to the scheduler, doing what the system that we work with now does, but doing it on a manual basis. So I was scheduling somewhere between daily 900 to 1200 technicians manually. I could do that in a good 3 to 4 hours. It would take me. I'd do a pretty good job, I'd say. And moving forward, I started to manage the dispatch center, took care of all the dispatchers and the planners that were working there. And then the next step was implementing a field service optimization system into this telco. Moving there, I administered that system for a number of years. And then I started implementing that system at other organizations.
And it's a system that I'm familiar with because I too had a very similar background, was involved in implementing that same system you talked about many years ago at a large HVAC, Canadian HVAC company as well. So very similar backgrounds and I think very similar passions as well that you and I have. So we've known each other for 15 years. We've worked together for 15 years in a couple of companies, and we found ourselves now working with a product, IFS, which has been around for a lot of years, since the mid 80s.
Yep.
And we've had a discussion in the past, you and I, about the product itself and what makes it so good and what you love about it. So, talk to me a bit about that, why you're so passionate about the piece of the product. IFS has many different solutions that they bring to the table, all as one cohesive solution that comes to the table on one platform. Part of what we do as a company at Go Solutions is to implement the field service component of it among enterprise asset management and other pieces. The one core piece of that is the planning and schedule optimization, PSO. And Ish, I know you're super passionate about PSO. So talk to me a bit about why you love it.
Yeah, I am. And it's because it's near and dear to my heart. It's something that I used to do that I thought, like I said, I was really good at. Like I said, I could schedule 1,200 technicians in a matter of 4 hours. This piece of software can schedule the same number of technicians in under a minute. All of the knowledge that I had to be able to do that work, to figure out what tech gets the job at the right time, was up in my head. But if I'm able to take that information and let the system be aware of that, then it can do those 1,200 jobs in a number of seconds, probably do it better than I can, and then adapt if there's any changes in the plan. If a technician is out for some reason or is unable to perform a certain type of work, it'll reshuffle all of those jobs in a matter of seconds, where again, it would take me a bit more time to do. And so why I love the software is it's extremely configurable. Almost any business requirement can be applied to it. Any restrictions, any constraints, in order to get the outcome that any organization wants. At the end of the day, most organizations want the same thing. They want to reduce travel time and they want to increase efficiency. But there's always going to be exceptions to that rule. There's going to be certain technicians who are only capable of doing certain type of work. And we might have to sacrifice a little bit of travel to make sure they get the right job. But we can do that with this system.
So it's very, you mentioned the word, it's configurable, super configurable. But understanding how to pull those levers, how to configure that is really what you do, and it's what your passion is to deliver to our customers.
Absolutely.
So really they can deliver to their end customers as well. Configurable, part of a composable architecture that comes with IFS across the board. As I said, we do field service, enterprise asset management, EAM, all of the components around it that are part of a service organization. And the product is well known for its ERP ability as well at IFS.
That's
So
right.
these are all areas that connect on the same platform. As I said, it's composable architecture.
Composable architecture, when our customers get it, they can see that they can do end to end with it, right? They can start with the ERP, figure out everything they need to do with based on their inventory, take their customer orders, schedule the technician, get the technician out there, do their invoicing, follow up, all the way right to support.
Yeah, the complete round of a service organization. And some of the huge investments that IFS are making now is in AI. A number of companies have been developing a number of real use cases in the AI space, and a lot of them are in the service business as well, in the service management business. But I would say that PSO, planning and schedule optimization, which has been around for a number of years, is really a precursor to AI. It really is AI. Would you
I think
agree?
so. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. If you look at the algorithms and what it's doing, it's essentially the equivalent to an AI, being reactive, understanding what's coming in, and then delivering something out to the customer.
excellent, excellent. Listen, 15 years. I don't know if I have another 15 in me, but 15 years. I've loved working with you. I really enjoyed working with you, Ish. And I know you have a really heavy passion for this, and we appreciate it to go and you deliver for our customers. And I know they appreciate it. So thank you.
It's been my absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.